so we just utilize it. So before going to the experiments, we use it as a test equipment, like a frequency counter or a wave generator or even a small oscilloscope. So these are simple applications. Like even a voltmeter in the hand of a student, it's a valuable tool. I just list some of the experiments. There are many, 25, 30 experiments were done. So these are some of the experiments. So maybe a couple of them we will see. So these are the experiments which were done. And some of the experiments are at school level, but some are at the PG level. We do, same stuff, but we keep on adding circuits to it. And for example, same thing we use for gamma and alpha detection, radiation detection, and to demonstrate the amplitude modulation and frequency modulation, those things. So that is by adding accessories to this. So one, the cost factor. You can see that the box contains components worth around $25. That is, if you buy it in India. Probably if you buy it in Taiwan or in China, it may be half the cost because it's after paying all the taxes and other things. The components are a bit costly in India. And other sensor elements are also. So this is the total cost coming. And this is now sold at 2,000 Indian rupees, but something like 45 US dollars is sold by a couple of people there, entrepreneurs basically. And there also, whatever I heard today, it's probably relevant for this project because the vendors we have do not have any e-commerce capability. I'm now getting one guy, maybe a couple of months, he will start to make it available online. And India has a lot of restrictions on import, export of materials also. So, and about the software part, it is mostly written in a language called Python. It's very easy, just like our old BASIC. And all the softwares, most important thing is software is distributed under this license, general public license. And the essence of this license is you can do whatever you want. You can modify, redistribute, copy, anything except making it non-free. That is Richard Stallman's famous license in GPL. And all the software can be downloaded from this site. And also we distribute it on a live CD or USB stick. So you boot your computer from the CD, so you don't install anything, just it converts your computer temporarily into an experiment station. So that is mainly done because most of the people are still in the Windows platform. Even though the box runs in the Windows platform, we try to encourage people coming to the free software platform like Linux. And about the hardware availability, all the details, we keep it on the website, and there is no restriction on copying or even manufacturing. And currently we have 3 vendors, one in Calcutta and 2 are in Delhi. And more than 500 units are in circulation. It's not a big number, but it's not a effort put into that also not very big. And also we keep on improving this, and this is the one I'm now currently working on a slightly better one, but at the same cost, or maybe cheaper. So that is and we also, because Institute also supports this project to some extent. So we support the students, the teachers, we train the teachers from colleges in India. Basically they were teaching graduate courses. So far we conducted around 30 one-day programs in different colleges in India and some 6 or 7 teacher training programs. So we trained around 200 teachers from all over the country. And after this exercise, now some universities have started introducing this into the syllabus. Because one motivation for starting this project was the level of experimental physics in Indian universities was going down because lack of availability of equipment. So that was one reason to start this project. But then once it started, it spread out to the school level also. That's what happened. We were aiming at a different level. And other thing, okay, one program was conducted outside India, that was at UPSI University in Malaysia. And this basically happened only due to internet. Even the whole project basically runs on internet. There is a mailing list and a website. So this, just somebody sent me a mail, can you give a talk on this? And that's how this happened. And this also, I was telling this person from France, he just came to know about this from internet and he ordered some boxes from France. So this was the workshop last year conducted in Malaysia. Okay, this is just the screenshot, but we will do that. This is just visualizing the AC, our supply voltage. And here another thing is we don't touch the supply voltage to visualize. We just keep a piece of wire. Then we see that the supply, this field radiated, the small piece of wire acts as an antenna and it displays the signal. So it tells a lot about the radiation, electromagnetic radiation also. So that's interesting for the students. And other things, suppose you measure the value of gravity, like if I just drop this to the ground, if I can measure the time of flight, I know what is the value of acceleration due to gravity. So here, this experiment, there is a metal ball here, we just drop it, because the software control you can drop it, and we measure the time of flight by keeping a loudspeaker here. It is very simple. You keep an electromagnet here and this software releases this, and this loudspeaker gets a signal and it drops here, and this measures the time with a millisecond accuracy. But all it takes is a relay coil and a loudspeaker. And this is some experiment with the sound. This piezoelectric crystal generates some sound and the other end captures it and we display. If I keep on changing the distance, I can see this thing, and from here also we can calculate the velocity or measure the velocity of sound in the air. These are the capacitor, discharge and others. I will not go into the details. So, summarize, it has a wide range experiment. Like even a simple experiment, we show it as a demo at school level, but the same can be used at a higher level. You put in a lot of data processing, mathematics into that. Like that waveform, if you fit with an equation, you can measure the line frequency. So whether it is in 50 Hertz or 49 or 60, you can calculate. It's purely software, and all that software packages are available in the open source pool. And of course, this is work in progress. I'm just working on another one. Maybe it's called toy or something. Only thing is its accuracy we are just trying to improve a little bit. And this is one aspect, probably, I don't know, I want to put it, if it is made in large scale, like if you compare these two, this is a digital multimeter which sells in Delhi for 70 rupees, that means US dollar 1.5. And this is 45 because this is made in large number in China. And this is made in small number. So every component is, it's a very strange thing. Like if you buy a computer motherboard, it costs $50. And if you start buying each and every component separately, then it will be maybe $5,000. Because if you buy single capacitor, it costs more. So that's a big different equation, the mass production. So if not this level, even if we can make it just $10, then it will be a useful thing. Because if somebody can spend $500 on a PC, spending another $10 will not be a big issue. Now, this part from now onwards is prepared by George, who is teaching in a school in France. He was supposed to come, but last moment he could not come. So, and this is one example, like all these things, whatever I did, George could take it, he could get the hardware from Delhi, and all the software he could port into his language. He localized it for French, and all the documentation which I wrote, that also is translated into French. And this also has another small kit which is for teaching microcontroller development, basically programming chip. Because most of the computers in the world are not PCs, they are sitting inside the cell phone or in other small devices. So it's also important to teach at least some students how you handle that kind of programming jobs, because there is a lot of requirement, like a cell phone. So we expose these sort of things to the students, maybe 1 in 1,000 take some interest and start learning it. So this is the simple room. Okay. This is the feedback from France. So he did this, and he says the boxes are progress because they used to send it to with the students to their home. And these are some of the photographs, and these are these 30 boxes which he bought from Delhi. And the students are doing some experiments using phototransistors, and this is the interface which is here running there. And what they did is they just put in another plastic case these and throw a little bit of accessories and a USB stick. And this is another advantage. This open source software you can package in any way you want without violating any license. Like I have a USB stick, maybe even this machine, if I boot from the USB stick, it can run the complete operating system, or from a CD. So you can prepare a live CD or a live USB stick to make it really portable. And distributing this also is easy. What I do is I take the latest Linux distribution that's called Ubuntu. It's very easy to reconfigure. So I remaster Ubuntu by adding all this software and distribute the CD to the Phoenix users. So this Debian packaging of this is done by George. So whatever software I write, I do a packaging, but it's English only. And he has done the localization and he has put in the website so people can download it and use. And this is about the free and open source software. This is Debian distribution, because there are a lot of distributions of Linux, and Debian is special.